Down at the bottom of a very pretty valley, there's a magical place called Summerton Mill. And when the water wheel turns at Summerton Mill, a little bit of magic takes place. And, for a little while, everything goes back to how it used to be.
Oh, it's a lovely morning,
said Dan as he looked out over Summerton Valley. And even though it was quite windy, it really was a lovely day.
You know what, Fluffer?
said Dan after a while.
I have a feeling, quite a strong feeling in fact, that it might just be kite flying weather.
Good morning, Dan,
said Dr. Neighbour as he walked around the corner where Mousy Tongue the cat was lying in the sun.
I thought it looked like it might be kite flying weather.
I was thinking exactly the same thing, Dr. Neighbour. Great minds think alike,
said Dan.
Well, I just need to go and find my trusty old kite, and I'll meet you up at the stone circle in a few minutes.
Hello, Dan. I'm nearly ready here. Would you be kind enough to hold my kite high up in the air, please?
said Dr. Neighbour. Dan picked up Dr. Neighbour's kite and held it up into the wind. The line went tight, and the kite flew up high into the sky.
Way!
said Dan. And Dr. Neighbour held onto his kite very tightly, because it really was a good kite-flying day.
Oh, dear,
said Dan as he looked at his kite. It didn't look too good,
I'm not so sure this old kite's going to fly today, Dr. Neighbour.
said Dan.
It's one of the biggest tangled messes I've ever seen.
Dr. Neighbour tied his kite onto the woodpecker tree. Fluffer grabbed the line.
No, Fluffer, leave it,
said Dr. Neighbour as he walked over towards Dan.
You see what I mean, Dr. Neighbour?
said Dan.
It doesn't look too good, does it, Dan? I'll tell you what,
said Dr. Neighbour.
why don't you fly my kite for a while?
Fluffer had a problem. He was hanging onto the kite for dear life.
Fluffer, drop!
said Dan.
No, don't let go,
said Dr. Neighbour. But it was too late. Fluffer landed on the ground with a thump and scampered off. And Dr. Neighbour's kite flew away across the valley. By the time Dan and Dr. Neighbour got back to Summerton Mill, the wind had died down.
Sorry about losing your kite, Dr. Neighbour,
said Dan.
Oh, don't worry, Dan,
said Dr. Neighbour.
we'll probably find it one day. Anyway, I'll take this home and see if I can fix it up for you.
Oh, thanks, Dr. Neighbour.
See you soon. Bye then.
And Dr. Neighbour headed back towards his pretty cottage. And Mousy Tongue was still lying asleep in the sun. And as the water level drops back down, the big old water wheel slows and eventually stops. And Summerton Mill, still beautiful in its tumble-down state, goes back to being a home just to the wild animals, the birds, and the plants.